Hello, Simeon. I just wanted to show you the house that we're living in here at 433 Morningside. I like the address. We're just down the street from a Catholic church and school, so it's a nice quiet neighborhood. This is in Nob Hill, not far from Two Fools Tavern, so you'll have to come down and visit. We got a concrete Buddha to put on the trunk of the tree that was cut down out front because it was ugly by itself, and we like the tone that's set by the Buddha sitting there smiling. I have a lot of work to do in the yard. We have a couple of rose bushes, but we're working on putting in some flowers to try to frame the sparse grass because we can't seem to keep the grass growing all the way around. My car, your brother's car. There's work going on all the time. We've got to fix the trellis that the rose bush is trying to grow on, but this way you'll recognize the house. Nice little front porch and big evergreen trees. Here's the truck, which I need to get a new battery for, and another rose bush. And I want to show you the back. We have a fence with a gate and the back door to the house and Steve's place. It's a casita that was converted in a lot of the houses in this neighborhood. And here's the backyard and the garden. I wanted to show you how successful the garden's been. We've got corn and tomatoes and peppers and lots of stuff's growing, including right here the pumpkin plants that are blooming. The rest of the yard's pretty neglected. I'm going to try planting some yucca out there that won't need a lot of water, but it just rained, so it's a beautiful morning here, and I won't have to water today. I don't know how well I can capture the plants blooming, but we've got yellow squash and cucumbers, and you can see a little of the tomatoes. We have cherry tomatoes and big tomatoes, and blue corn is doing very well. The sweet corn's catching up with it slowly. And all around the sweet corn I've got gourds planted, and they are blooming. The gourds are going to be very prolific, apparently. I sent you a picture of some of them, but here's one of the little yellow and green ones that I'm very proud of. They're just cute. So we're waiting for marigolds to come up around the edges of the garden. I got them planted late, so they're not really up yet. But there you can see the cucumber vines in between the corn stalks. And these are the gourds out here around the edges of the corn, and you can see we've got some of these big bottle-shaped gourds to make birdhouses out of. Very unusual plant. It has white blossoms when they bloom. It looks like it's all done blooming, but the squash are still blooming, and we've been eating yellow squash and zucchini off those. And the tomato plants are doing very well. We just pick them when they're ripe, so we've got tomatoes all the time. So around the garden is mostly weeds. I'm hoping to get some trumpet vines started like we had at the other house, but it hasn't sprouted yet. And then back here is the orchard. We have a fruit orchard with, I think they're plum trees, and then peaches and some little can't remember what these little fruits are called, but they're not doing so well. They're a little dried out. And then we're trying to get sunflowers to come back. We've got just a few, and apparently they're very popular with the ants. The ants like the sunflowers. And then back here behind the casita and the storage shed is the grapevine, which is actually doing well, if you can see those grapes. And then the herb and weed garden, because I can't seem to keep the weeds out of the herb garden, but there's parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, and then basil, and some other herbs that I found seeds for. And then we have a supply back here of random pieces of wood and stone and things that we're figuring out what to do with. But the birds love this place because the fruit trees are starting to ripen. I don't know if you can see these peaches, but I'm learning that the peaches ripen unevenly. On the sunny side, they turn a beautiful pink, and the downside is still green. So while we're waiting for the peaches to get ripe all the way around, because when they're still green on one side, they're really not very good, the birds are feasting on the ripe side of the peaches, and they just leave these peach carcasses on the trees. It looks like a horror movie with half-eaten peaches strung out all around the trees. So that's kind of the ugly side of it, but the ripening peaches are really pretty. And then we have one tree that is a quince that only has one fruit on it, so we're anxiously waiting for this big green fruit to ripen, because I don't know what a quince really is. And that's it. There's walls all around the backyard, so it's private. The neighbors have some big trees, and we're really enjoying the neighborhood. It's nice and quiet, no traffic noise like we had at the other place, and it's a nice little bungalow house. So wanted you to see that, and can't wait till you can film some things up there. So I'm going to package this up and send it to you. I guess I should take a picture of myself too, although I don't think I'm very photogenic. But hope to see you soon.